morning, and thank you so much for joining us here at Indigo Moon. You know, I come from a line of women who are very discreet, who didn't mind honoring themselves while they honored other people as well, other women. So woman to woman, if I have a problem, a flaw, can I count on another woman to come over and say something about it, very discreetly, because that's what I grew up with. I once I was in Manhattan, I was on 81st Street, and I was trying to hurry up and get into Staples because I needed some copies made beforehand, because I needed them for my class. And there was a woman coming out of the store, and she had her dress tucked into her hosiery. Now, people pulled out their phones. Other people chose to look in other women, chose to look in another direction. I told the woman, I rushed her back into the store and helped her fix her clothing. Why is our society so indiscreet? Why do we feel as though sometimes we are superior to another individual? Person to person, we all have our own flaws. No one is perfect. But it is important that if you notice something, that you say something. And if you say something, make sure that it's discreet. Never rudely go out of your way and say it loudly so everyone else can hear. Because that woman also has her own feelings. And karma knows no face. So karma will definitely fix that problem later on. So just the way that you disrespected her or him and said something outlandish or said something that was uncomfortable, unbefitting to another individual, what ends up happening is when it comes back sometimes 10 times worse. So let us be conscious of those things. You know, I worked for Channel 9 years ago, and there was a woman, a cast woman, who went on camera, and she had lipstick on her teeth, and I didn't understand why no one said anything to her. So they had a break, a pause, and I ran out there and I told her, and then I went back to where I was. The manager later on pulled me to the side and said, "Thank you for doing that. I didn't know how to do it." So sometimes people don't know how to do it. They don't know how to discreetly say something or what have you. And sometimes the person can't help it. I once thought that this man had a pimple on his cheek. And I observed him. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure. And it's a good thing I didn't say something because I wasn't sure, because it was his birthmark. It wasn't just a pimple. And it might have made him feel self-conscious. So there's a way and there's a time and a place for everything. But let us remember that we're all human. And because we're human, we're going to make mistakes. Because we're human, we're going to notice a flaw on someone else because we are afar. Maybe the situation isn't as clear to that person. There was a woman who was, I guess she was at the bus stop, and she'd been waiting for a long time, and she fell asleep. And she was drooling. And this couple walked past. And the woman said, she's got it on her face. And the guy said, "How ridiculous. She's out here like this. How do you know what that woman's situation is? How dare you even judge that woman? You have no idea. She probably has a whole bunch of children, probably has a whole lot of stress. We don't know what that person is going through." So what did I do? I went to the woman and I had a napkin in my hand, and I just pressed it in her hand. And then I said, and walked away. Later on, before she got on the bus, she came and she thanked me for that. You don't always have to be thanked for these things, but what you do need to be is more humanitarian. Have a wonderful day, Indigo Moon.